会议上映。
Time for May 2019's PlusDive, and we're going to start off with Overcooked. This is a fairly highly regarded multiplayer couch co-op game where you've got a bunch of chefs in the kitchen and you just need to keep your diners happy. It looks pretty simple on the outside. You just need to make sure that you've got the ingredients ready, chop them up, make the soup. But the game has a tendency to throw little curveballs at you from time to time, even just with the level design. If you're not ready for it, it can really throw you off. It took us a couple of attempts to try to get through this properly. You gotta make sure that the soup doesn't stay on too much, that the dishes get cleaned, and that you aren't caught on the wrong side of a rather inexplicable earthquake. All that said and done, though, this was definitely a blast. I got to play it with my sister and brother-in-law, and we're definitely going to play some more of this. But Overcooked is one of the PS Plus freebies available with your subscription this month.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that.
Our next game comes to us from Giant Sparrow, who had previously made one of my other favorite games, the artistically interesting and fantastically written Unfinished Swan. What Remains of Edith Finch is a stroll through memory lane on a rather eccentric-looking house on an island in the Pacific Northwest.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
This is kind of known as a quote-unquote walking simulator, but I gotta say, I've played some other games like that, and this one really grabbed me with the story. That story tends to be told through little diaries left in the rooms of the house for each of the house's former inhabitants.
1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen.
As well as peepholes drilled into the doors of sealed rooms that have been kept fairly pristine from when their inhabitants were still living in them. We did continue playing this a bit after the stream, and it was compelling all the way through. It was a relatively short game, ended up taking maybe 2 or 3 hours, but it's definitely not going to be something I forget anytime soon. What Remains of Edith Finch is the other PS4 game available this month. Thanks for dropping by for this month's PlusDive, and I will catch you all again next week.
Mm-hmm.